What's up, guys? It is Monday, June 19th. It's 8:17 a.m. and this is the crypto market update. So we're going to start off with the dollar, go into a couple of those charts we covered yesterday in the Sunday markets look ahead video, and then go into Bitcoin, go into XRP, Algo, XLM, and Flare as well too. We're going to go into that. So if you're new here, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you want me to cover for a special altcoin. So going forward, I'll have fans' favorite, subscribers' choice for altcoin that I will cover in each market update. So drop a comment. Let me know what altcoin you want me to cover for the next market update. So diving right into it, we got the dollar. We're on the daily chart. We still got the momentum headed down. If you go to the 12-hour chart, we're still headed down here, but we could cross up. If we see this 12-hour stock RSI cross up above the 50 line, we don't want to see that happen, because as you can see here, when we cross above the 50 line, that's when we went up. And then when we crossed below, that was the start of our downtrend. So I'd like to see us kind of roll over here pretty soon. We have this trend line coming down the RSI that we're running into right now as well too. So I'd like to see us get rejected here. If we look at the 1 week chart, we got the cross down. We want to see that cross straight through the 50 line. So if we continue down this week, we have a red candle this week, we'll see that stock RSI cross below the 50 line, and we'll see the continuation of the downtrend of the dollar. So that's what we need to see there. But as you can see also, like we're having the yellow, which is the 50 moving average, curl over right now. Every time we've seen it curl over, like right here, where you see a curl, that's when we've gone down in the dollar. Right here, you see a curl, that's when we've gone down with the dollar. And now we're finally starting to see a curl, and we're likely going to keep going down with the dollar. So what I believe is we could be at, if we're relating it to last times, we're at this stage, right? So we just did this stage. We're in this stage right now, and it's actually playing out bigger though. Like, so if we were to put the bars pattern here, I would say that it's playing out bigger because our top here, like our overshoot was way bigger. Usually we overshoot above the 100 line, and then once we break down below it, that's the start of our big bull market for crypto. We overshoot, we go below it, big for crypto. We had a huge overshoot here. So as soon as we break below 100, it's going to be a huge run. But comparing where we're at to the past, so it'd be like this. And I would say that our move down is going to be much more substantial. We could take this, and then we could drag it out like this. And that's where we come down to 90. And that makes sense because that's just kind of where we found our supports last time. But what I believe is we're going to overshoot to the downside this time because of how much we've overshot to the upside, comparing it to this range of 100 to 90. So that's what I see for the dollar. And we're at the stage where we're close to coming down and breaking this. And I think the next time we come down here, we do. Now, then if we look at the bond yields right now, we're still at 3.767. Still have this trend line coming down. We're still yet to break above that 786. I'm taking this high down to this low here. We've been getting rejected there. Also, we have this high down to this low. We've yet to come up to test that one. So right now, we're still just going to range. If you look at the stock market's above 15,000 right now. I'll go to the 12-hour chart. We kind of corrected a little bit. I want to see us come down and hold 14,873, 14,500 if we do pull down. And those are the levels for that. But we made our way all the way back up here for the stock market. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised for us to come all the way back down and test 12,700, because what happens on the left happens on the right. And I feel as if we need to come down and test this. So come down here, test that, come back up, then test that. And then we can really start making our way. If we're really going to see a blow off rally for the stock market, then we'll have this arc right here like that. And we could very well see that play out. And this would stretch, to the end of the year, us kind of ranging now. So I do think the stock market's a little overbought. It needs to pull back down a little bit, gain some more juice for an ultimate blow off top if it's going to do it. That's what I see there. If you look at the USDT and USDC market cap versus all the crypto, we're coming down right now. We need to see that break below this moving averages down here. We look at the daily chart. We have the momentum headed down. Go to the weekly chart. We're still heading up in the momentum, but it does look like we got rejected by that super guppy Same similar candle here as well too. I believe the start of us going down is imminent with this. So when we got our rejection back here, just like we got it right here, the following weekly candle tanked, and that's what took crypto skyrocketing. So I believe that this week we could see that. So this is going to be heavily on the radar. Then if we look at the NASDAQ versus Bitcoin, it would make sense for the NASDAQ to pull back and then for cryptos to go up, having the money flow away from the stock market into cryptos, and then seeing this chart break down, which is actually good for cryptos. That's what I think is in the cards here. So we've been talking about these charts for the past couple of market updates. So if you're not aware of what we're talking about with this, then watch a couple of the last ones because we go into more depth. Then if we go to the total crypto market cap, go to the weekly chart. So we're sandwiched between the 50 moving average and the 200 moving average right now. We're seeing this weekly candle though starting to become green. I'd like to see the stock RSI cross up on the weekly, and then for the TSI to cross up and not go below the zero line. So I do think we're going to pop up here. And ultimately, I want to see us get above 1.07 trillion, which will get us above this hot zone. Go to the daily chart. Yep, we're getting above the 786 on the micro fib. So from this high down to this low, we managed our way to get above the 786 here. We're holding above that support. We can just clear 105, and we'd come up here to 107. And then ultimately, I want to see us break above that 50 moving average here. So this 50 moving average, 200 moving average on the daily chart, they're starting to become in sync together. We have this convergence with the 50 moving average here. 200 moving average, and then the 50 coming down. So there needs to be a decision, and it's going to be made by the end of this month. I think it's to the upside. So then let's go to total 3. This is the altcoins. So altcoins right now, we're sandwiched between this honeypot zone. Came up, got rejected, came down, found support. Right now on the 9-hour chart, we're heading vertically up here to get above the zero line in the TSI. You love to see it. We're still heading vertical. That's all good. That's a 9-hour chart. We look at the 12-hour chart. We're still green in the MACD. We're still heading up with the TSI here. So we still have the momentum to the upside. Look at the daily chart. We're about to see the stock RSI cross up through the 50 line, plus the TSI cross up and the MACD flip green, which means we're bullish here. We got the buy tag coming back in here. We're right on the support zone. And if we put a trend line kind of coming down like this, we've clearly broken out of this steep downtrend. If I go to 12-hour, you can see it better. Yeah, so we had our rejection points here, rejection. We broke above the other day, and right now we're hanging on to the super guppy as support. And if we can just clear above that level, 315 billion, we'll probably have a quick shoot up to 330 billion. So that's what I'm watching there. And that's for all the altcoins. We look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's showing the way. It's at 26,510. So it's still holding up there. It's what we want to see. And we're seeing the 6-hour chart. The TSI is getting close together. But as you're already noticing, we're starting to curl up. We're starting to curl up and head vertical, something like back here. That's what we want to see as well too. We want to see this TSI continue to go vertical and have strength to the upside. We don't want to see it curl back down. If we look at kind of where we found a rejection last night. So we have this trend line coming down like this. So this started all the way back April 14th, our top. So we had a rejection. So rejection in April, rejection in May, rejection late May, rejection in June. And then we found a rejection or very close to it. Yeah, so we can pull this in a little bit. We saw a couple of rejections just in the past couple of days. So that's why getting above that critical 2,600, in my opinion, even 27,300 would be much better. Would get us out of the woods here. We're still down below the downtrend, but we're right on the horizon of getting back above, flipping this now resistance to support, getting above these moving averages, and really kind of having everything play out as far as what we were saying about all these things with the dollar, all these things with total market caps, the market driver charts. If we look at the 12-hour chart, we are about to cross up above the zero line, which is good. And then if we look at the daily chart, we're crossed up on the stock RSI, TSI, MACD, and we're double bottom the TSI. And it looks like we're going to come up to the zero line and shoot up here. And we're right now stuck below the 50 line in the RSI. I want to see that break above. But as you can see, yeah, like we're at this moment where we've had this rejection points for about months now. Then we have these support lines as well too. And then also we're on the 200, we found support on the 200-day moving average, but we have the 50 moving average coming down. So we're getting sandwiched. So right now it's about to make a decision of what it's going to do here. but it's to the upside, I believe. I mean, we're at 26,534 right now. We're looking at the 2-day chart. We're about to see it cross up. We're looking at the 3-day chart. We're about to see it cross up. So the momentum's to the upside. And actually on the 3-day chart, we reclaimed the 50 moving average, which was key. That was the level we found support on back here, rejection on back here. We broke below it the other day, but quickly got bought back up into it. And right now we're sitting at the top of this trend line coming down. So we're at a moment where we could explode straight up to 30K, which is sitting where that 50 moving average is. I'm sorry, I think that's the 200 moving average. So then let's go to that XRP. XRP is at like 49 cents right now. We're on the 12-hour chart. We're seeing the cross up. We're about to see a cross up. Very close to it. We see the TSI getting ready to get cross up. MACD's right there. We're seeing the price rising right now. It's around 0.4907. We have this trend line coming up like this. So if we do pull back down, I want to see 0.4733 hold, 0.4750. That's where the 12-hour 200 moving average is, acting as support. Definitely key right there. And for us to get out of the woods here, I want to see us reclaim 50 cents. I want to see us get it back above 50.5050 for XRP. Then if we go to the daily chart, we're starting to cross up. We're not out of the woods here yet. We want to see this TSI cross up, stock RSI cross up above the 0 line, so ASAP. But we held the 50-day moving average for XRP here. And right now we are stuck in the super guppy. So we want to get above the super guppy, and getting above that 0.5050 will get us out of there. So that's what I'm seeing. But right now we have some signs of the momentum starting to pick up. If we look at Algo, same thing. All the altcoins basically the same thing right now. Just kind of need a push up past their key levels here. You do see the momentum on the 1-day charts crossed up for Algo, for stock RSI, for the TSI, the MACD. That's the 1-day chart. We look at the 2-day chart. We're seeing the cross up right now. We need to see the TSI go up. But right now we reclaimed the key level, 0.1138. And I think we broke out of this downtrend coming down, like a little local downtrend. We broke out of that. And then also we have this one that I think if we rise here, this is where we're going to come up to. We come up to around like 0.1421, coinciding with this downtrend. And then really breaking above there will send us up here to around like 18 cents. So first stop is we need to get above this kind of downtrend coming down, and then we can make our way back to the upside, reclaim the key level around 17.5 cents. Now let's go to XLM. XLM on the 3-day chart had a nice candle close here, touched with the wick right down to it. And right now it does look like we're curling up with the momentum, stock RSI, MACD, TSI. It's a 3-day chart. If we look at the daily, we're already crossed up. We got the buy tag. If we look at the 12-hour chart, we're crossed up here. So really just getting above this key zone around 0.0823 will get us up here. And then we have this trend line coming down like that. And we're close to kind of testing it. So yeah, getting above this box will send us right back up to 0.088. in the short term. So now let's go to Flare. Flare had a little bit of a pump today. We're looking at the 2-hour chart. 2-hour chart ribbon just got flipped for the first time since its downtrend. We had this trend line coming up like this. We had this kind of super guppy coming down. We had a nice rise today. It was about a good 17% move. We corrected a bit, but that's going to have to happen for us to continue to keep going up here. So if we take this low to this high, we came right down to tap the 786 and we're getting bought up from that level. So that's all good. But I want to see us have a daily candle close above 0.0155 to really break out of this downtrend here. So that's what I'm seeing for that. If we look at the momentum, it's headed straight up right now. And this is the first time in the 4-hour chart we've been above the 50 line since this downtrend. So we're starting to change the trend with Flare. Then if we look at the one that should not be named, it's fighting for its life right now. It's fighting for its life. We found support on this level for the past couple weeks here. We go to the daily chart. We're starting to see the momentum flip, cross up, cross up, cross up. We're getting above this 20 line, but hey, I don't want to jinx it. So we'll see how this plays out. But on the 3-day chart, we have the prepare to buy soon, waiting for a blue buy now. Last time we got the buy now, we at least rose 80%. So just waiting for that to kick in, and we're already seeing one sign, the stock RSI cross up. Just need to see the TSI cross up, and then we'll likely see a pump. Who knows where it's going to take us? Hopefully all the way back up to there, but we'll have to see how that pans out. But I'll be tracking it. I'll be keeping watch of it. So that's what I'm seeing. Let's take a look at the rest of the market, see if there's any other top performers. Sui's been doing well. Flares up pretty nicely. XCN, yeah, so market's around kind of like flat, 1%, 2%, 3% up. Eyes on Gala. Gala looks pretty nice. What are some other ones? Quant. I have my eyes heavy on Quant for a trade here because seeing what it did the other day, pulling back down, then seeing, their partnerships announced with the Bank of England, BIS, plotting a peer-to-peer trade on this one. So if you're a VIP, keep aware of that call in the Discord. And if you're not in the Discord, join it. Link will be in the bio. For anybody not in VIP that wants these calls for peer-to-pairs or just like undercover gems, anything like that, then come join the Discord anyways and ask for Rob at Stargate or Eric at Stargate. And we'll get you suited up. So that's going to be it, guys. I will see you guys in the Discord and in the next video.